Polaroid Camera Review, Instant Fun with the One Step 2, a remade classic that's great fun. The Polaroid Corporation may be dead, but the spirit of its instantly recognizable camera is not. The Polaroid Original's I-Type One Step 2 is a modern interpretation of the original 70s Polaroid model, recreated with some modern technology to make using the machine that bit easier. A company called The Impossible Project managed to buy Polaroid's equipment when the company went bust in 2008 and started making film and cameras that were Polaroids in all but name. Then the Impossible Project managed to buy the rights to the Polaroid brand, and the result is an honest-to-God Polaroid camera that is aesthetically and mechanically similar to the cameras you may recognize from decades ago. And it's really not a bad piece of kit for the modest £99 asking price. Polaroid One Step 2, designed. The design apes the ergonomic setup of the original camera from the 70s, for better and for worse. The viewfinder is found in the top left of the device and can be quite awkward to get your face into, especially if you've got your finger on the big red shutter button on the front over on the opposite side. You kind of have to hold the device in a claw-like grasp to make it work effectively, and whilst that's not a massive flaw, it does making lining up the perfect snap a bit more cumbersome than it should be. A simple switch controls the strength of the flash, a tripod 3 can be found on the bottom of the device, and a timer switch can be found on the top. Throw in the slot on the bottom where the film emerges, and you've got a fully fledged, but remarkably simple, camera. There are some new additions to the camera, though. A microSD charger on the back of the camera allows it to charge on internal batteries, and a series of LEDs on top of the device signal how many shots you have left from your pack of film. It holds 8 max. The design philosophy leads the user to Polaroid's intended use of the camera: just point and shoot. There is beauty in its simplicity. Polaroid One Step 2, taking pictures. The design of the camera makes it hard to use. Thanks to the aforementioned claw-like grip you have to adopt to use the device, you can find yourself in danger of obscuring the viewfinder or the flash, which can leave you pictures with fingers in frame or washed out and murky. The pack of film you slot into the base of the camera is heavy and makes the camera a little unbalanced, so be aware of that. You're not going to want to waste a shot, either. The film is remarkably expensive. Each pack of 8 will set you back roughly £15. That means you'll be paying a heavy £1.85 per shot. So if you're keen to compose a Polaroid portfolio, you might end up spending more than you think. Compared to rival brands, this is the most expensive instant film on the market. Polaroid One Step 2, image quality. Let's be honest here, Polaroid pictures never really looked that good. You need to frame your shots knowing that the middle of the image is going to be the sharpest, with the focus softening as you move further away from the middle. Exposure is tricky to get right. The 3 settings of flash strength are rigid. Too much leaves you with horribly wided out faces and too little leaves your pictures dark and murky. Then there's the zoom. The viewfinder image isn't exactly representative of your final picture. It's usually a bit more zoomed in than you anticipated. Once you've experienced the learning curve with the camera, it's a pleasant machine to use, but bearing in mind every shot costs you £1.85, that's an expensive tutorial. There is a lovely and unique quality to Polaroid pictures, however, and making it work properly can be incredibly rewarding. This camera is authentic, and the images it creates are in keeping with the Polaroids of decades gone by, so you can't begrudge it. Polaroid One Step 2. Verdict: the Polaroid One Step 2 is a fun little camera that creates some really interesting and unique images. It's a great bit of kit for making snapshots of moments you wish to cherish, so if you value having impromptu shots of you and your friends over high photo quality, you can do worse than this gadget. This is a recognizable camera, and one that will certainly generate conversation amongst your friends. It creates unique keepsakes and has that very arty attachment to it that will surely tempt some people to use it. We recommend the camera if you're after a device that takes interesting shots, more than accurate ones. It would make a good gift for amateur photographers or creative people, or anyone that's just got that sepia tone nostalgia for the 70s.